What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Shapeshifter Vitinha, the 94 rated striker with a 5-star, 4-star, gone from, I believe, a centre mid, I want to say. He was a centre mid in Future Stars, and obviously now has been put into the striker position. High, medium, left-footed, can be left wing as well, so if you wanted to go for a different sort of PSG sort of attack free, this could be a good move for him. Outside of the foot, finesse, flair, pretty standard on them traits. In terms of the pace and obviously shooting, we're looking very good with a Hunter. Obviously his dribbling's pretty upgraded as normal. Good passing, little bit of physicality, nothing too credible. But obviously being 5'8", I wasn't expecting him to be the next kind of Haaland sort of bulk striker. Very quick, I can imagine, and could really be useful on that left wing. We're going to try and down the middle to start with. We'll maybe see how he is in the left wing if he doesn't shape up. And he is left-footed, so we'll put him on the right. I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA Weekend League boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. Right, let's give him a go then. Obviously, he's coming in, what, 88 rated team, 86. Nothing too crazy in terms of requirements. I can kind of see that from a Portuguese Ligue 1 player. It's natural for the links, obviously, to Renato Sanchez. If you wanted to throw it down to CR7, nearly getting his first goal on the second touch. And I'm interested to know how good he can be as a striker. Into his feet, looking for that good bit of pace, straight on him by, I don't even know who that defender was then. For some reason, the names are not coming up above me. Mbappe, though, anybody knows that face. Right then, let's have a look again. But the big thing when it comes to a striker, especially an SBC nowadays, is A, how expensive he is, which, to be honest, I don't think he's necessarily out of range. Can we turn that corner? Lovely. Get it across. Good save from the keeper. But in terms of a striker SBC, we have got so many strikers. The list goes on. And if you've been lucky in any sort of packs across team of the season before, the icon packs, picks, everything together, we must have now probably at least 6 or 7 strikers that are not, oh god, that's awful. Strikers that are not necessarily top of the top. We don't have a team of the season Mbappe or an R9, but we have strikers that are at least over 1 million coins and all could have different kind of attributes going forward. The question is, does Vitinha fit in, and can I get it out of the box without conceding a goal? Oh, he's going to run directly to it. Can we get the little chip as well? And Vitinha with beautiful finishing. That is exactly what we wanted to see. And again, into him. Very quick down this wing to get the ball. Can we go for a little bit of a lob pass? That is going to be a bit handsome in the air. Good save from the keeper. It's a good out. Maybe could have worked if, obviously, he didn't bother bringing him out. But I think naturally, sometimes they bring them out already anyway. But very, very available on that striking role, which is always good. We can see him making runs left, right, centre. We've only got a 4-star weak foot. And obviously, the physicality isn't going to be that impressive, which is a standard. Obviously, I'm expected to be wowed by the pace more so than the physical attributes. I don't know what's going on with my defense today in terms of me, but oh my god, am I being overrun? I just need to boot it. Genuinely need to boot it. He's going to try and pass it to Mbappe there. Good away. Get on your bike, Vitinha. Get on your bike. Being closed down. Saka's trying his best. Vitinha's just not making that run that I wanted. There it is. Can we go one more? Little bit of a shake. Finds it into Mbappe, back into him, and I think, was we offside or was that a foul? Good agility on him so far, looking for that cut inside, love it. Again with a fake, good ball across. We're going to look for him again here, little pass inside, little chop, brings it back, and one too many touches. If I could just have got that close touch, we might have been able to take it away from Varane there. Drops back quite a lot, I must admit. Can we get that through ball in? I think we got it. Beautiful. Oh, God, he's coming in nice and hot there. Can we find a ping back into Mbappe? Beautiful assist. That is stunning. Luckily, the pace is, like I said, the wow factor of this card. And being 5'8", looks like quite a lean build, which is always going to work really well on a wing if you don't fancy him as a striker. If you've got, like I said, your R9s, your Eusebios, your Mbappes, Haalands, then realistically, you might not want to put them on the wing. Mbappe maybe, but I feel like Vitinha could be a striker. He could even be a cam, to be honest. 5-star, 4-star. I do like a 5-star weak foot on a cam. I'm not going to lie, that's a great header. But in terms of kind of a winger, he's got the pace for it, and that's going to be a main attribute for him, depending on obviously how you utilize your wingers. But I do think that is, oh, that's a poor one. Good block. But that's going to be a great sort of asset that you can lead. There is Zidane though. Vitinha needs to be making that run, as the pace would definitely take over Diaz easily there. Got him down his favoured side now. That's a stunning ball into Mbappe, who's going to give it a big strike. Obviously, I feel like my custom tactics put him on the left instead. Obviously, being left-footed, I would prefer him going for maybe a little bit of a finesse. How I personally use Salah, breaks it away, and what a finish. And I believe we've got ourselves a juicy rage quit. So in terms of the price, we're looking at 250, which, to be honest, I don't think is a bad price for him. Like we said, he is an 88 rated SBC with 1 League Gun. He's an 86 with a Portuguese as well. I don't feel like he's a kind of a necessary striker that you need to go and complete. If obviously you are building a League One team, a PSG team, and let's say you don't have the team of the season, Messi, Mbappe or Neymar, which I feel like is quite a lot of people. I don't really see them that much. Obviously you can still get them red in the near future foot champs. But in general, he's kind of like the next best thing for PSG. Obviously in terms of midfield, we've still got a good run in Verratti and Renato Sanchez. So he's got a perfect link into that Renato Sanchez with obviously being PSG and Portuguese. If we wanted to go outside of that, we wanted to go into the Portuguese nation, Leao, Diaz, Bruno, Ronaldo, Jota, Silva. There's endless amounts of extra links that you can get from the fact that he is Portuguese as well. And finally with Ligue 1, even though predominantly most of the people you are looking at are going to be PSG anyway, Lacazette's a great option, Sanchez is a great option, and then I think if you go a bit further down, David, Medina, most of the team of the seasons were actually relatively top level, so always a good option. If we are looking at shapeshifter strikers in general, I feel like he does better than Rudiger in my opinion. We then have Mahrez, who he isn't as good as Mahrez, but when you're comparing a 250 card to 2.2 mil, I feel like that's just never going to really kind of warrant the kind of comparison there. But in terms of a striker, got the pace, which is always needed. Finishing was absolutely sublime. We personally whacked the Hunter on him, which obviously gave him 99 pace, 98 shooting. It's going to be what it's going to be. In terms of the passing, 97, 95 on the long and short, or short and long. Never going to argue. Great dribbling on him. Again, doesn't need anything extra there. You could maybe argue with, I think, is it a Hawk that gives you, yeah, it gives you a bit more physicality. You get the shooting, you get the pace. There's arguments you could go Hawk, and I could imagine Hunter, marksman, finisher. I feel like that's got to be in there at some point. Personally, the Hunter's just going to absolutely max him out as much as possible. And I think for 250, with all of the SBC fodder we're getting as well, obviously with the kind of shapeshifter crafting, it's going to be a very easy SBC to complete. And I think a very good striker, even as a super sub. You've got the pace, left wing, right wing, striker, maybe a cam roll, depending on how you utilize that. I feel like he can do that with great versatility. So let me know down below what you think about him. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know, are you completing Vitinha? Peace.